So for this unit, you're going to be writing an argumentative essay. Okay, so you do have a portfolio for this unit. Remember from the last unit that arguments make claims, and claims are statements that others may disagree with, but a writer can support it. Okay, so the qualities of good argument are that it supports claims with logical reasons. So the reasons should be supported by good evidence that's credible or trustworthy, and evidence that's relevant or related to the argument. Okay. So this type of writing, this genre of writing, requires you to investigate a topic, then collect, generate, and evaluate the evidence, and then establish a position on the topic in a concise manner. So, are you for or against it, right? You have to tell your audience what side you're arguing, okay? Now, in an argument, when we argue, we have claim, we have we have to provide evidence, we have a counterclaim, and we have a rebuttal or refutation. Okay, so look at this argument here. So Bob says that was a lame movie, and Susie says why? So Bob has to provide evidence, right? Bob says, well, the special effects were bad. The monsters were obviously fake. And Susie makes a counterclaim, right? She's like trying to say, well, maybe I thought the movie was good because the acting was believable. So she's saying something else and refuting, right, his stand on it. Well, Bob says as a rebuttal, you're an idiot. Well, that's a bad response because that doesn't show anything. He has no evidence. He's just calling her names to get her, probably to get her attention off of it. So instead, a good response would be, yes, the acting was good, but the horrible special effects were too distracting and caused some awkward moments. So now he can really support his claim and address her rebuttal, right? And tell why her rebuttal is not a good reason to say that it's a good movie. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Okay, argumentation is the process of establishing a claim and then proving it, right? Using logical reasoning, examples, and research. So an argumentative essay makes a claim based on factual evidence, based on research, right? Makes counterclaims. The author takes the opposing views into account. So when you do your essay, you have to not only consider your side, but you have to consider the opposite side of the argument, and then you have to address that opposite side to tell why that side is not it's not a good claim, right? It's not feasible. It neutralizes or defeats serious opposing ideas. So you have to have a rebuttal or refutation. So basically your last paragraph is going to be your rebuttal paragraph. You're going to address those opposing views, and it convinces your audience through the merit and rationality of the claim and proofs offered. Okay, so you're trying to convince your audience to believe what you believe, and it's logic based. All right, so let's watch a short video on how to write an argumentative essay by Schmoop.
We speak student.
Argument essay a la Schmoop. Is Bieber's hair more awesome than Cousin It's? Should weekends be extended to 4 days instead of the measly 2 we currently have? Are dogs better than cats?
Say cats are better.
No matter how you answered any of these questions, you're already in the thick of an argument. And hopefully you didn't tick off any cats in the process. They're unforgiving creatures. In writing, arguing has nothing to do with the decibel level of your voice.
You're wrong.
Woo! An argument essay persuades your readers to make a change. This change could be a mental change, a different way of thinking, or an actual change in a policy or practice. It's wide open. Here's a classic example. I'm 16 years old and I just got my driver's license. Therefore, I'm clearly more than capable of driving your new Porsche Turbo. Try saying that to one of your parents and he or she will probably say, yeah, right. But give them evidence and support your claim. Show them how you can drive in reverse in a straight line for 100 feet and parallel park a Hummer into a parking spot meant for motorcycles, and you just might succeed in changing their mind. So when you're presenting an argument, your reader must see things from your point of view. You can't let them just brush it off because they don't agree with you right off the bat. It's on you to persuade them by providing support for your arguments and effectively shooting down any potential counter-arguments. All through it, keep your tone civil and polite, or your reader will toss aside your paper. So how is this puppy organized? You've got your intro, a thesis that states your overall opinion. The body of the essay will have your supporting points, and finally your conclusion in which you wrap things up neatly. If that seems like a bit much, don't panic. Shmoop's Writing Guide has help and more info on these terms. The argument essay is the most important kind of academic paper because most essays have an element of argumentation, even if it isn't immediately obvious. After all, why are you writing anything at all if it isn't to convince someone of something? The personal statement that you will be writing to get into college, it's an argument that you're awesome. That long Facebook status you just posted about how Taken 2 is the best movie of all time? That's right, you're trying to persuade your reader that the oft-derided film is in fact misunderstood. If you're going to turn anyone to your side in this instance, though, let's hope you have a very particular set of skills. See what we mean? Now go on, argue. We can see you're chomping at the bit. Now.